Things you did not know about Shaq.
The Shaq made one of the worst video games of all time. Back in 1994, Shaq released his very own fighting game called Shaq Fu, thinking he'd make waves in the gaming scene.
Join Shaq in the fight against Setron and his evil henchman Beast. Kick into action in Shaq Fu.
But this game was a total flop, because not only did critics give it a 2.9 out of 10, but people hated it so much that someone launched a website dedicated to destroying every copy of the game in existence. Damn, Shaq Fu might be bad, but this is just weird. But hey, there's no way you knew that Shaq is an actual doctor. See, in 1992, after 3 years of college, Shaq dropped out of school for the NBA, and despite choosing basketball, he promised himself that one day he'd go back and finish where he started. So not only did he take some classes while he was in the NBA, but in 2011, after retiring, Shaq returned to college and became Dr. Shaquille O'Neal.
Dr. David Top, although Dr. Shaquille was so
It is my number one accomplishment because I didn't think I could do it at first. For the children that look up to me, for a guy that went to school and stopped and, wants to continue his education, I want to be the one to set an example.
Man, after an achievement that big, Shaq should be proud. I don't think you knew that Shaq has the ugliest feet in NBA history.
Come on, oh, Jesus Christ, Shaq. Babe, look at this man's feet.
Oh my God,
Real. This was what we did at halftime when Shaq wanted to show us.
Guard your eyes. So them Fred Flintstones, baby. Yeah.
Yabba dabba doo.
Dead man walking.
Oh my goodness.
The other one. You got it painted.
Start the music. Start the music.
Ugh, someone needs to get this man some lotion. But
Your friend was shot. It was a sad day for everyone. Sad day for everyone.
Man, I just feel bad for Shaq. That's rough. But so is Shaq's shooting. Because of number 16, you probably had no clue that during his entire NBA career, Shaq only made one three-pointer. He is an inventor. I mean, he's made the Shaq waffle maker, the Shaq grill. Hell, he even developed the Shaq shoe foam. But in 2021, he created his most brilliant invention yet.
Hey America, you're going to love this.
Why is it so hard to boil eggs? They're either too soft, too hard, or explode in the boiling water. But now you can make a lot of eggs in a little time with the Shaq Egg Maker. It makes 14 hard-boiled eggs exactly how you like them.
When you see the name Shaq, you know it's all that.
Yeah, and ever since this thing dropped, it's been changing lives.
We're going to use our Shaq Egg Maker today. Okay, we got our 14 eggs in there, got holes in the top of them, and this is how it's supposed to look when you start making it.
Shaq is an MMA fighter.
MMA is the reason I became a champion. Because when I played basketball, it wasn't basketball, it was more wrestling. So when I trained MMA with John Burke, I came back in the best shape of my life.
Yeah, Shaq's 7'1" and knows MMA. That's terrifying. Oh, the Shaq was 6'4" at just 10 years old.
When you were 10 years old, you were 6'4".
True.
Really?
Yeah.
That is not a child. That's a full-grown man. Shaq was almost eaten by a shark.
Topside, ABC. How's our boy looking down there?
A little nervous, but he's doing good. These reefs are more amped up than usual. There's literally a dozen or more, and they're all just frenzied right up against the cage. Quick, with the shark into the cage!
What? Sorry, what did you say?
There's a shark in the cage! We gotta get him out!
When did we know?
There's a little shark in the cage!
Go in there.
Get him out of here!
We're good. We're coming. Okay, it's okay. Okay, slow down. That's about the shark attack, you bitches!
See, when Shaq was growing up, he was a completely different person. Well, Shaq was a bully. But one day, he took the bullying to a dangerous level.
I was always a bully until one day in 5th grade, at a spit wad, I threw it at the chalkboard. It splattered. This kid rats me out. But prior to that, my father said, if you get suspended again, I'm gonna kill you. First I go to the office, 3 days. So now I gotta go home.
You're suspended for 3 days.
Suspended for 3 days. So now I gotta go home. I already know what I'm getting when I get home. But before I go home, I'm gonna whoop your ass. So I'm beating this kid up, and I'm kicking this kid, and he has an epileptic seizure. It's just me and the kid out there, and he's on the ground shaking. Now I'm frightened because, uh-oh. So then the guy comes, and he saves the kid. And, but after that, I go home, I get disciplined. My mother pulls me to the side and says, you're too big and too strong. You can't ever do that again. And that kind of stayed with me. I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. So then I was like, I'm not going to beat people up. Let me go to plan B on how to get them to like me. Because I was always a class clown, funny guy. So now let me just, do this a lot to get people to like me. And I just stuck with that rather than being a bully.
Man, know just how generous Shaq really is.
Whenever I go to a store from now on, I'm buying somebody else something. Period. All right, grab your bike. Make it quick. Every day I leave the house, I gotta bless somebody. I can't keep all this. Ooh, mongoose. I had a mongoose when I was little. Damn. Sure you don't want no mongoose, cuz? Alright, get it. Hey, listen to me. Don't take nothing else from no strangers.
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's roll.
Yeah, from bikes to laptops, even bought a man's engagement ring. This dude Shaq is like the Mr. Beast of the NBA. But hey, Shaq is used to spinning big. That his entire life is custom made. See, with Shaq being 7'1", you can't just go to a random store and find stuff that fits. He has to have everything customized to his size. From shoes, to bikes, to cars. I mean, damn, the guy even bought a custom bed that's so big, it fits 50 people.
Do you still have the biggest bed in the world? Remember that we were talking about?
Yes.
It's in Orlando, right?
Yeah, it's in Orlando.
And how big is it?
It fits 50 people.
50?
Yeah.
Man, closer. In 2021, Shaq learned that there was a woman that was drafted by an NBA team, Lucia Harris, and he was so inspired by her story that he decided to executive produce a documentary on Lucia called The Queen of Basketball. And this documentary was a hit. It's at the 2020 Academy Awards. Queen of Basketball won Short Documentary of the Year, making Shaq an Oscar-winning producer. Man, we got movies, video games, music. Shaq really has done everything. Well,